Hi, welcome back to Stewardship Campaign 2018. I'm here with Ashley Childress to talk about her stewardship story. Ashley, I wanted to ask you questions and bring you here to see how you fulfill your membership vows with your prayers, presence, gifts, and service. Are you able to tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. The first part, prayers, I feel like that's a pretty easy part. I don't have a specific time that I pray throughout the day. Anytime that I'm doing something, whether it be the laundry, mowing the lawn, washing the car, or something like that, I feel like I'm in constant conversation with God and either thanking Him for the opportunity to be here, to be a steward of what He has allotted me in my life, or being a steward here at the church and what He's allotted us and the lives of Christians here in Jones, Oklahoma.
I've never thought of it like that. I find myself doing the same thing and never tied those little prayers back to my membership vows. I constantly fail at the set time of praying, and I'm glad you said it like that because it helps me feel, okay, I might be fulfilling part of mine too.
Well, and the second piece of my vow with the church is to attend, on Sundays. We attend Sunday school and, of course, the Sunday worship service. And we also come on Wednesday nights a lot of times to help serve food for our youth, or most recently here in the fall, our state champion football boys, feeding them.
They really enjoy coming here for the change up of the menu.
Well, they have a pretty good go of it, and they're about the fastest eaters I've ever seen. So,
yeah.
And part of that is gifts, gifts of food or, monetary donations with our girls who are going to New York City for Thanksgiving, or, service with being down here just to kind of fill in the gaps, whether it be to fix a water fountain or a leaky toilet, or an alarm's going off when the crafty ladies are coming in. And, witness seems to be a little different, but I think it's how we treat one another and how we act when we're not in this church.
I think that's a very good way to put it. I want to turn now to the scripture from last week, Mark 12:41 through 44, and I want to hear how you think your story connects to that of the widow in giving of her 2 mites.
Well, I think that it's really important not to compare. One person's story is different from another's. There are a lot of things that go into stewardship. Part of it is monetary. Part of it is acts of service. There are elements where we need to be aware that there are needs and try to do what we can to help fill those needs within, the church and within the community. And so I think being careful not to compare what you have to offer, because God has given us all gifts that we can utilize for the greater good.
I think that's very well said as well. John Wesley had said in one of his sermons, earn all you can, save all you can, give all you can. Does that also apply in light of this particular scripture with your role of service?
It does, and I would have to say that this was a calling. I actually serve on the board of trustees, and so when, we earn all we can, so we want to do the most with what we have, and we want to save all that we can, which means that we are good stewards of what we have. So we are supposed to take care of it. And, our grandparents and parents have been members here, and it's because of their good stewardship that we have this to take care of. And hopefully with what we do with it, we can utilize these resources for our children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So I think that it's important that I'm going off on a tangent. So
No, that's okay. It actually leads us right into this coming week's scripture, which is Acts 4:32 through 35. And you had mentioned earlier about fill the gaps and a little bit about what that means. But how does giving all that we have, laying all we have at Jesus' feet, fill those gaps?
well, and I don't know that it's necessarily all that we have. It says give all that we can, and so whether
Good clarification.
it's whatever monies that we can. One person, the sums that we give is usually not a lot. However, collectively, within our church membership, we collect monies, and with that we can make a difference. And whether it's here in our church, here in the community, whether it's us, our outreach to the nursing home and having Bible study there, whether it is our Jones United Methodist Women's group that's feeding Meals on Wheels for people in our community, whether it's Heifer International, whether it's UMCOR for outreach for hurricane victims. I mean, what little bit that we have can make a huge impact.
You're absolutely right. I know I personally actually benefited from some of those little pennies with scholarships during my master's degree, and every little bit goes to ripples that we don't even understand yet. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your story with us. Thank you for your service to the church.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in and sharing in this part of God's message in your stewardship journey. We'd love to hear some of your stories, so please get a hold of us or tune in more.